Hi everyone! This is the last week of the journey, week 12, and this is about headstand, the famous headstand that everybody has been waiting. Woo! Okay, so today is going to be about headstand. We're going to do this slowly. I'm going to give different variations and different steps so that you can slowly grow, strong enough in order to be able to do your headstand. Be patient. You may succeed it from the very first time or you may not, and it's completely fine. Don't worry about it. It will come. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and remember to like and share this video and leave me a comment so that I can keep making these videos. And if you need any help finding your own yoga, or if you just want to meet me and see what I'm like in real life, then go to yogajourneywithsophie.com and book a class with me. Have fun!
Your yoga journey, get that universal love we all need. Reconnect your body and mind and enjoy yourself. At the same time, be grateful and grow on your yoga journey.
This week, we are finally reaching our destination, the headstand, and how to do it safely. So practice first against the wall, and only when you feel stable, you can move away from the wall. Practice each step until you are fully comfortable and stable, and only then move on to the next step. This is how you can also build strength in order to move away from the wall. We will see two versions of headstand, two ways of raising into the pose. In the first version, we start by keeping most of our weight into our legs. And after correctly placing our arms and head, make sure your neck is strong, the back of your neck is straight, and your shoulders engaged and away from your ears. We will then slowly walk our feet closer to our head and slowly move our weight away from our legs and into our heads and arms. We slowly get used to bearing our weight on our neck, and we always check that our hands are strongly supporting the back of our heads. If the neck or shoulders become painful or start to collapse, come out of the pose immediately. If this is comfortable, we step our feet closer until our entire spine and sitting bones are stacked above our head. We first leave our feet down and then we lift one foot at a time, testing the stability and strength of our pose. If we are stable, we can lift both feet with control to come into a reverse features pose. Never jump. I'm going to say this again, never jump into a balanced position, because if your body isn't strong enough, you may twist a joint, twist your neck and fall and hurt yourself. Now, if you feel stable, you can straighten one leg at a time. Here we want to avoid having a banana shape, a hollow back that could lead to a bad fall on back injuries. So always tuck your tailbone in and engage your core. Remember that you need to come down with control as well, so don't wait until you're too tired to come down. This is what also leads to falls and injuries. Once you're tired or once you are done, simply come down with control, the same way you came. For those of you who feel super comfortable already, I introduce another way to come into headstand. This one requires more strength and flexibility. The position starts the same way, but instead of coming into a fetus position, we straighten the legs, letting our tailbone curve back and letting our bum almost fall back a bit. This will act as a counterbalance for our legs when we raise them. If we feel stable in this pose and the weight has been fully transferred to the upper body, we can slowly raise the legs until 90 degrees, and if still comfortable, raise them to the ceiling, tucking back your tailbone and coming into the same straight headstand as in version 1. We come out of this pose the same way we came in, by lowering straight legs to 90 degrees and then to the floor. No matter which version you choose and where you are on your headstand journey, remember to take your time and to have fun in the process. Today is the big day. Today is the day that we finally do headstand. All right, so for headstand, we are going to start on the mat. You can come on all fours, and then we're gonna first make sure that we place our arms properly for headstand. So I'm facing the camera, but then I'm gonna turn around so you can see better. So to make sure that your hands are in the right position, the first thing you do is you measure the width of your elbows. So your elbows should be underneath your shoulders, and to make sure they are, close enough, just bring your hands around your elbows. If you can see your hands can go around your elbows on both sides, then this is good. This is close enough. This is tight enough. And then you leave your elbows where they are, and you just pivot the forearms and then cross your fingers in the front. And then that makes a strong triangle that you're going to use as a support for your headstand. The issue when your elbows are a little bit too wide is that it's a very wide angle, a very wide here triangle that doesn't help you being strong enough, and it uses more strength rather than if your elbows are underneath the shoulders. So this is safer and easier at the same time. Okay, I'm going to turn around to the side. Start on all fours, and you can just lower down. Make sure your elbows are in the right length. Cross your hands into the front, and then we're going to place our head inside of our palms. Then you tuck your head into your hands, making sure that the back of your head is firmly supported by your hands, as if your hands were actually a wall. Find the right position for your head and your neck. Then you press hard on your elbows and move your shoulders away from your ears. This will lengthen your neck and broaden your chest and allow you to breathe more easily. If you try to speak while your throat is a little crushed, your voice will not be clear. So make sure that you can speak with a clear voice, that your shoulders are away from your ears, and that your neck is long and strong before going any further. If you're ready, tuck your toes into the floor, and on an inhale, raise your knees off the floor. See if you feel comfortable here. If you don't, place your knees back on the floor. Remember that the weight is ultimately going to be distributed between the head and the forearms, so you want to really strengthen the arms, the shoulders, and the neck. Now walk your knees slightly closer to your head, or shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your toes again into the floor. Walk even closer if you need to. And on an inhale, raise your knees off the floor. Slowly move your weight away from your legs and into your head, elbows and hands. Get used to that sensation and make sure your elbows do not move any wider. And then come back down. On our next try, we are going to find the point of balance. So on your next inhale, raise your knees off the floor again and walk your feet closer, raising your tailbone high and pushing hard on your head and hands while straightening your spine until it's stacked above your head. Once you have found this point of balance, you can lift one foot at a time, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And if you feel stable enough and without jumping, lift both feet off the floor to come into a fetus pose. Hold for a few seconds and then lower one foot at a time. Rest for a few breaths here. You can bring your head back up if you want to relax. And as I said at the start, it's better to do this against a wall if this is your first time. So you just have your wall here. I'm doing it here without the wall so that you can see better. Take a deep breath and place your head in between your hands. Engage your arms, neck and shoulders. Make sure that everything is strong and stable. Tuck your toes into the floor and lift yourself up. Find that point of balance. Your legs can either be bent or straight, it doesn't matter. If you need to readjust to your neck position, move the weight into the feet Readjust your neck and move the weight then back into the head. Once you're balanced, come to the fetus pose. And if you feel stable and comfortable, slowly straighten one leg towards the ceiling and then the other one. Remember to breathe. Engage your core, tailbone tucked in and shoulders away from your ears. Once you're done, bend one leg down, back into the fetus pose, and then the other one. And then lower one foot down at a time and rest on your knees. Always come down with control. And that's it. Maybe that was your first headstand. Or maybe it wasn't yet, but that's all fine. With practice, it will come. The important thing is to stay safe. And now we're going to try another version of headstand, but it requires more flexibility in the hamstrings and more strength. So same as before, tuck your toes into the floor and raise your knees off the floor. This time, straightening your legs as much as possible. Then walk your feet closer to your head, keeping the legs straight, tailbone high and a straight back. Once you've found the point of balance, lift your feet off the floor by pressing hard on your forearms and engage your core until your toes point towards the ceiling. Take a few breaths here. And in order to come down, slowly move your legs down like the arrows of a clock. Keep your core engaged and allow your hips to fall a little towards the back to help balance the weight of the legs. Keep your legs as straight as possible until your toes reach the floor with control. Then rest in child pose. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you managed to do a little bit of something. And if not, send me your questions or your issues and I'll make sure to help you. Thank you. Bye bye. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. And remember to like, comment and share this video with all your friends so I can keep making them. If you need any help finding your own yoga, go to my website and book a class with me. I hope to see you soon.